think we're going to get sex and get paid.
Why not?
Because we never get sex or get paid.
Brett.
The ladies go crazy for my sugar lumps. You'll what? Check it out. All the ladies are just checking out my sugar lumps.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NHC podcast, where we have our sugar lumps proudly on show. I'm Anthony.
I'm Colin.
And I am not Colin Anthony, I'm James.
Hey! So we got through our names, that's the main thing.
Yeah, let's let this song finish.
Just the whole thing. But maybe not, let's maybe not do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because, I think YouTube will end up hearing it. I think so after about 5 seconds, the YouTube will start to kind of go, oh, copyright.
Oh, hang on a minute, they've copied that from us.
Yep.
Sweet.
Thanks.
So
We're back.
this is a podcast.
Yeah, bitches be like, what?
Sadly, James is not with us again.
He died.
Oh, God.
If you were listening last week, well, thank you for sticking about. Oh, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I know, I feel
We
very...
don't actually expect you to have sat there for a week just sitting in your
I do.
room waiting in the next
I
episode.
really do. I kind of hope their underwears went crusty for staying in the same spot for so long.
I'm not going to lie, my
Crusty
crusty
underwear.
underwear has went crustier.
Oh,
which is
nice.
weird. It started off soggy though, to be fair.
Moist.
Anyways,
got a
moist
fun
and
packed
moist
show.
and angry, like a
What do you want to talk
like
about,
a
James?
well-worn scab.
Oh, there's lots of things we can talk about.
Yeah, we've got some good stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's
It's Christmas, so
it's just
nah.
this is just a horrible, pointless thing that's happening to Glasgow. Nicki Minaj is hosting the MTV EMAs in Glasgow. What is that? Remember we said that horrible tranny of a woman.
Tranny.
Yeah, do you
she's
remember the
like,
Pokemon Jinx?
Yes, no, I think I've seen this before. Like, I've seen the.
That is her.
She's a horrendous, vile woman.
she's a foul creature.
But, where do they usually? Do they usually mix up with the host like?
Well, it was Katy Perry last time, I think. It tends to be someone who's got wads of nominations.
Aye.
And
I
by
mean,
nominations,
what was the last?
I mean no
My
personality.
belly's on fire.
I think the EMAs were what, Berlin or something, like Germany last year, something
something
like
like
that.
that.
What was the last? Was it the not the? Was it
Edinburgh was the last one, wasn't it? About 2003, 2004-ish.
Glasgow hosted something last year.
Mobos.
and Mobos. That's what it was.
Burrs.
Yeah. No, because Glasgow does get its fair share of, like, you know, it's
Bigots.
Fucking there it is.
We fucked up.
We fucked up.
Oh, talking of which, that's obviously old now. Did you see Gordon Brown started a fucking petition to have Parliament lobby for these extra powers? The bell end. I'm going to punch him in a baby maker.
Oh, I know, what's that?
It's spectacular. I thought your job, you told us that you were going to guarantee this.
What
and now
happened?
you're lobbying to get it done. Fucking sort your shit, you lying cunt.
That is ridiculous, though.
What
That is-
happened to the vow, you fucking squinty prick?
Let's not even talk
He's squinting. His entire body's squinting.
Quinty Scrick. He has a
Yeah.
he has a squinty
This is
prick.
why people don't vote Labour in Scotland anymore, you prick.
Just every time.
aye.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm still fucking
Sorry,
annoyed.
I was a bit annoyed about
Do you know
that.
what?
No,
the
that's
worst thing is,
very
see
fine
when
to
people
me.
come up to you and go, I bet it's been over a week. What? Like, fucking.
I know.
I'm actually going to not fuck at you.
Quinny's down south crying in his Celtic top.
You've got all
He
these.
is actually.
You've got all these things like.
Mostly because he was chased out of fucking Glasgow.
I don't know why it's that tune.
To be fair, he was
Should
sort
Benny
of
Hill.
Donald.
That's just how I was thinking. It was like you were going for Benny Hill and you just fucked it.
Totally fucked
He
it.
was kind of Donald
Funny
Duck-esque when I seen
Yeah, he
the
was,
picture.
yeah.
It's not a
Yes.
good look.
Top
No,
half
it's
sorted.
definitely
The rest is
Aye.
left to the imagination. And it ain't feathers.
Sorry, James.
There's
we
Quinny.
totally-
There he goes. Bye, Quinny.
Get the ginger.
Gingers have souls. Oh, that was one of the funniest
They have
things
souls,
to ever.
right?
That was one of the funniest things to ever happen or not to happen to gingers. Was the whole gingers have souls thing.
Yeah.
Well, remember
It was the reply.
The kid's meme thing. It wasn't a meme. It became a meme. It was the
Yeah,
kid
yeah.
like, "Why did they say we have no souls? Of course we have souls." And the guy just on this 5-minute rant,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Mate, that's the one thing."
Have you never seen the video
to
though?
defend
You
yourself.
never seen the video they actually animated him doing the rant?
You think that
that we take. Where it goes, I don't know, but I'm willing to state that it's the right way for us. So listen to me when I say, let me love you with no reason at all. I'll be there if you start to fall. And after everything we say, don't push it all away. And as I hold you tight, just let me love you tonight. Just let me love you tonight. I don't know what to say to you. I'm lost for words, as you see. Only you know what I can do. I just need you to believe in me. We're going round in circles, discussing this too much, feeling far too empty, reaching for your touch, and it all comes back to the same old thing. So listen to me when I say, let me love you with no reason at all. I'll be there if you start to fall. And after everything we say, don't push it all away. And as I hold you tight, just let me love you tonight. 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 So listen to what others say. Look at everything we made. Thinking about the memories, all the places we have been. Nothing can stop us now. Only me and you know how. I promise this until my dying day. I promise this until my dying day. You've got high hopes and dry clothes, and you're hitting all the right notes, but you're walking on a tightrope, and your balance is giving way, creating impressions at your discretion to avoid an intervention. It was never our intention to paint your sky a darker grey. If I'm hanging about and it's stressing you out, then don't be afraid just to say, there's not much I can do, 'cause it's all down to you. So until you're feeling willing, I can wait. I know you're suspicious of Father Christmas, but don't you worry, God knows that his wife is the man she chose to spend her life with. Spies on children all year long. Even when sun-kissed through burnt lips, you still spit something coldly contradictive. Searching for someone to disagree with is just as bad as being wrong. Let it all wash away. No need to spoil their Sabbath day. No need to prove that we're all doomed and it's too late. 'Cause it's not all quite so sad, despite the day you might have had. So until you're feeling willing, I can wait. Da 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 when disappointment's on a roll. There seems no point in winning gold. Pathetic prizes get disguised as something great, but wilting flowers are yet to die, salted eyes are yet to dry. So until you're feeling willing, I can wait, oh I can wait, I can wait, I can wait, I can wait.
No.
Of course he did, that's right.
Actually, the
Well, that's
animated
what I
him
mean.
doing the run. This is phenomenal.
If you're going to become famous for the wrong thing, that's the wrong thing to be. You just
not
don't.
it. You do
Poor
not want to
guy.
South Park character. Do you know what I mean?
It's like, you know, it's the Star Wars kid all over again.
Yeah,
and,
no.
oh dear.
Although he's laughing now, man. He did get a part in Star Wars, so you know.
Did he? What did he?
Yeah.
Which
He's
one?
the
The new one.
no the.
That's what it was, a really
the
old
last
one,
one,
yeah.
the last one. He's one of the kids in the Jedi temple. He's fighting.
Seriously?
I thought you were going to say it was like Anakin Skywalker's prosthetic leg or something like that.
Fucking no.
That poor kid.
That poor prosthetic kid.
Let's talk about it. So fuck Nicki Minaj, the queer bitch that she is.
That's the noise that she makes inside her.
To be fair, her arse could end world hunger.
Of course, I was like, why is there a scratching sound in my brain?
That's what it's not. It's her.
That's her salty crack.
Well, we're talking about new Scottish albums, more or less, and we've got an interesting Scottish album. But first of all, Idlewild, right? We'll talk about it now because it's going to be closer.
I fucking love Idlewild. I don't care.
There's this thing,
I'm indifferent to them.
November. Oh, seriously?
Oh, Idlewild. You need to see them live, man.
Let's pretty much discredit everything after 2002.
After what you just said, Anthony.
No, is it?
Actually, genuinely, I like pretty much all their albums.
No, the last album was gash.
I thought some with a couple of good songs on it.
But I think they kind of peaked with 100 Broken Windows at that style because they were remember the first stuff was
No,
like
Remote
really
Part.
thrash. I know what I'm saying, they peaked with that sound.
Oh, yeah.
But then
Grunginess and
they
then-
still had, I mean, because it was only about a year and a half later that
Yeah,
Remote Part came out, but suddenly they had this commercial sound that was really good, but still
Yeah, it
had
was
that.
still a wee
I
edge,
don't know,
yeah.
I think 100 Broken Windows, Remote Part, brilliant albums. And
I really like them, man.
I think 100 Broken Windows, it just has every band of the last 10 years in Scotland sound
Taped it,
about
yeah,
it.
just taped together
There's
and flying
no
up.
denying it, and it's
That's
just
almost a perfect album. but
perfect
it's a
songs
stunning
on it.
album.
It's stunning.
If you guys haven't heard this album, you need to check it out. Like,
Well, that brings
We've
us
got
on
sort of
because
younger
this is the
listeners
thing. Idlewild, so they
I said
say
it really condescending. I mean that like that.
Steve Lamacq on the November 3rd is what they say. Apparently, there's an announcement, but that's the problem with the internet now because the guitarist has already tweeted saying we're mixing another album, so we know it's going to be an album. Well, we have some news just in apparently.
Yeah, there's been a fuck up for Friday's gig, but I'll tell you about it off air.
Oh dear. Anyway, right. So basically, let's start talking about more Scottish albums.
Yes, let's talk about Scottish albums. You
let's
said
do that.
Once Colin's back in the room, right? So there's a rundown here in a very sort of famous music. Sort of
just name it.
Well, it's the Skinny. It is the Skinny. It's not like it matters who it is. To be fair, so basically, whoever wrote it, it's an interesting article from a couple of weeks ago. Freshers in Scotland are young, naive people about to go and waste their lives, basically, for the next 4 or 5
sadly
years.
they will not waste them with me. What the fuck's going on with that?
There was a couple of guys interested.
Speak to Dr. Fox. by this point, this will either be even funnier, or
Or just
we'll find out that he's murdered millions of people or something. I don't know, which is still kind of funny.
Nobody gives a fuck with this.
Talking of which, did you see the Donald Trump thing yesterday?
Holy shit!
It's like yesterday's
It's a shame that we didn't mention that.
Did you see the follow-up where someone said, look at the kid growing up from the Nirvana album, sent a picture of Shipman?
Fuck off, really brilliant.
Aye.
The fact that Donald Trump
Basically, what happened was somebody sent a picture to Donald Trump saying he was an inspiration and his parents loved him. Like, thought he was great, but they're not here anymore. Could you please repost a picture of him?
In their memory.
James, take it away. Who was it?
Well, of course it was Fred and Rose West.
And he retweeted it. He actually fucking tweeted
That
it.
picture especially is
It's
quite
just
it's
phenomenal.
the famous picture. It's on every book of them.
Yeah, it's
Donald
just
Trump's up his own arse. Fair enough, he might not be aware of
It may
it.
not even have been him that done it. Do you know what I mean?
Why should he, like an American person,
Oh
know
no,
about
Fred
British
West is
serial
very
killers?
Fred West is really
Because
guilty.
they're two of the most prolific fucking serial
Aye.
killers of the last century.
I mean, it's
That's
like
why.
it's like us not knowing about Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that.
No, I'm joking, I'm joking.
Exactly.
Jeffrey Dahmer may actually be my favourite serial killer. If you're going to,
Colin's favourite serial killer.
not only because he was featured on a single cover for therapy. There you go.
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Trigger Inside.
Right, so 10 albums.
Well, it's actually 12, so it's actually more disappointing.
That's
Now,
lazy
here we go.
journalism.
So the Skinny's done this thing right now. Okay, it's not the whole of the Skinny again. It's just an article by a guy. So let's see
That's
if we
James'
agree.
sarcastic about a bit angry voice.
Well, it is. I'm always angry about everything.
Points of
angry.
view.
That's the whole
It's
secret.
just everyone just everyone's a fucking idiot. So everyone is though.
Everyone's a fucking idiot. Everyone's
So as I
lost
said-
except me.
Well, exactly. Well, as I said, people that are starting uni now, they're going to ruin their lives with drink, drugs, and apparently these are the albums they need to be listening
These
to.
shit albums are going to listen
Right,
to.
so basically, I mean, Orange Juice. Is this a classic album that should be heard?
Probably.
No, not really, no.
I don't know. I mean, it's one of these things that a lot of folk will say aye.
No, it's not.
I'd say no.
It's not. It's not. It's 80s nonsense.
Is it right? Okay, well there you go.
Yep.
Well, no, it's the album in question is an album from 5 years ago.
Fuck, I didn't
Oh,
even-
so that's
I
after
didn't
it.
even know he'd done an album out.
Oh, there you go. It's called
That's no way, I mean, it can't be. I even fucked it up because he was-
9 years ago. Sorry, 9
Yeah,
years
because I was
ago.
going to say he was
That'll be
busy having a
after-
fucking hemorrhage
Aye.
at the time.
Only barely 9 years ago. 2005, 2006.
I didn't even know Orange Juice was still going. There you go.
The album's called The Glasgow School.
I'd say no, just the fact that it's from
shit.
that era. When
Well, do you know what's kind of funny?
Class.
See, because we've got this hooked up, we can actually hear a small snippet. They've put a wee bit of every song. So this is a song off it.
Let's hear it then.
when I was a young.
I've got a feeling this is a compilation album.
Yeah.
That's what it'll be.
That could be.
That's what it'll be. That sounds like an old tape recording or a vinyl.
And that's plenty
So
of
there,
that.
so there we go. I think
That's nah, fail.
so that's basically saying.
I never ever liked Orange
I'd
Juice, to be honest
prefer
with you.
Jerry
man.
Rafferty if you were going to go for that kind
Aye,
of twangy
aye.
guitar stuff.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, totally good point,
Do you know
yeah.
what though? To be fair, you can totally tell a Glaswegian sort of album though. That kind of, it's got a certain vibe to it. Like your Teenage Fan Clubs have got that kind of feel it as well. It's like, I don't know. There's just a kind of, there's a feel to him. I can't put a finger on it.
Aye,
There's just
fucking
something.
depressing.
No. There's a thing about it. It's usually pop genius, to be honest with you, but there's usually like an overtone of kind of oddness as well.
So there we go. It's Orange Juice is like maybe it's not maybe the best pick of that style.
Oh, definitely not.
So that's
No
what
way,
it is. So it's yeah. I mean, so there you go. I mean,
But they're probably doing this thing that some kind of freshers like to do. That, oh man, I'm different, so I don't listen to the mainstream bullshit.
so I mean, this is
Aye, but actually saying I'm different, I'm not going to use my legs today. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
I'm different. I'm going to
Aye,
bounce about.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't work like that.
this is a band I'm not too aware
That's
of.
maybe the worst analogy.
Again, it seems like this
I'm
is
different. I'm going to pee up my finger.
this is an 80s album. Who the fuck Peter? Why is that so funny all of a sudden?
Colin's drunk. That's why.
That'll be
No,
why.
it's not. It's just I just pictured Anthony pissing at his finger. So actually, well, just Anthony, use your penis over there, stop it.
Fantastic. Right, well, the Cocktail twins.
Cockatoo twins.
That's not how it's spelled at all. Cocktail.
Talk to you, talk to me. It's a
Cocktail,
Dr. Fox
whatever,
game.
aye.
It's an album. From
Usually
it's a 30-year-old album.
That'll be
Again,
shit.
Yeah. Like it's not an album I'd listen to, but I can see what they were. It was big at the time, and it was
again, is this relevant to freshers now? Do they really need
Aye,
to be
do you know
aware
what
of
else was
this?
big at that time though? The BBC raping children.
Very, very true. And AIDS.
I hear it's still big.
Yep.
AIDS was the kind of cool drug. What the fuck am I saying AIDS is a drug for? The cool disease.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you HIV positive?
This guy.
Oh dear. So I mean,
Right, what else is on this list?
well, this
Bullshit.
is that band there. I
Yeah,
just
let's listen to
mentioned.
them all. Fuck it. Let's drag this fucker out.
It kind of sounds like Kate Bush.
Yeah, I was
It's
going to
got
say, if
that-
Enya and Kate Bush had
Aye.
some kind of bastard love child, and that's before either of them. No, not Kate Bush, but
I'm almost like I could like this. That's a strange
It's
thing.
alright, man. Like,
I've had easier wanks.
this reminds me of going to Glasgow Tech. Stuff like this.
Well, maybe this article's more on the ball than I thought. I'm starting to regret this now. Right, here we go now. I'm just saying this is a bad choice because I just don't like this band. 2005 album by Bell and Sebastian. Push Barman to Open Old Wounds.
Nah.
I never even heard this album.
If they were going to go Bell and Sebastian, they probably could have went earlier.
No, well, I think they appear like 3 times here, to be honest with you.
That's
lazy. It's at least twice, I think.
As the guy
Do you know what?
that
I'm
done the
sorry,
list.
I've said this before on the podcast. They've got about 5 good songs.
I know.
And one of them's an instrumental.
So they're overrated. They're just
very overrated. Now the next one, I'm not going to fucking listen to that. The next one, 100 Broken Windows. Yes. Now, this is a phenomenal song. Fair play. Students everywhere have to hear this. Actually, it's Darkness. What a tune. What a tune.
Put it on.
Finish me with what?
It's happening. Oh, it's one of those pretentious videos with a long intro.
You from it.
You need to get to the chorus in this song because it's fantastic. Superb tune. Here we go. Go crazy. I remember this at Barrowlands.
I know what I'm scared of. I'm scared of something. You're scared of something. Quite special. Say silence. I fucking love that band. I can't wait to come back, man.
I know.
So looking forward to it.
I'm kind of not looking forward to them coming back.
Do you know why? I'm looking forward to it. Brutty Bog played an acoustic set. It was just that him on his own, but he played a bunch of.
The problem with him,
he literally played a bunch of Idlewild songs, and it was fucking great. It was totally like lively.
Even though I don't like his attitude,
brilliant.
I was annoyed I missed his set at Wickerman this year because again I would have probably been.
I was like, it was a total sing-along. It was brilliant.
So
as we walked out of Father Son, it was fake mate. It was Father Son, then Kid Canaveral, Father Son. Walked out into the other bit, and they were playing. It was Roddy Womble, and then
Womble.
It's Womble's funny.
Roddy Womble.
Aye, sorry guys, it's a joke. Anyway, and then you come back out, and it was Fake Major. I was like, fucking hell, man! This is like,
there you go.
It's literally perfect. They're just amazing.
Next one's interesting, right? Because I know this band. A lot of folk do know this band. I don't personally like them. Interestingly enough, his new band, one of his new bands about 5 or 6 years ago, I done the sound for in Box. It's the Beta Band. No,
feel for me.
It's very kind of high fidelity.
Yeah,
of course it is. It's for me. Beta Band aren't an essential band in any way. I don't think.
No, that's because they've only got one album.
There's a lot of kind of
they gave a fuck about. Really, let's be honest. I mean, if you love them, I remember a guy. There was a guy. There was a drummer actually from. In fact, I'm not going to mention it, fuck it, I'm not.
Do you know what's annoying actually? I've just realised they probably inspired. It's the same way with Idlewild. I'm probably being unfair because I like Idlewild and I don't like them, so maybe they did inspire probably a lot of people in the same way Idlewild did.
But I remember, this is how they were described to me. I was like, I had them on my iPod thing at the time, and I just bought the album, and I was kind of listening to it, and I just wasn't getting into it, and I was like, fuck off, man. I just like, because I quite liked the single. I thought the single was cool, so it was like I went out, bought the album, got the single, was like, okay, the album. I got the vibe of it, and I got what people were trying to do with it, and I totally understood where it was going.
Right,
but I just couldn't feel it. But I remember sitting at a party, and there's a guy called Colin Woods, plays for a band that's doing quite well. Fuck it, I mean. Anyway, right, so sitting talking to him, and he was saying
they're not quite household names yet.
No, you know him as say, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to be a dick. That's why I'm not doing it. But anyway, fuck it, it's a renegade funk band. Fuck them.
Oh, right, okay,
yeah. So anyway, I saw Dave Hughes in the renegade funk folk band, innit? So anyway, so with these like that, it's one of those bands that you've really try and get in it, but once you get in them, you really enjoy it. And I was like that. What? I don't like try to like it. I like something I like it. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. You've got a couple of listens, but it's like forcing yourself to like something.
That's like
because
it's like, I don't like the most attractive girls because I like to feel like I've earned their attractiveness.
You
like something.
You like it, but it wasn't trying to be. It wasn't being pretentious in any way. It really wasn't.
It's one of my favourite.
It was genuinely kind of going.
One of my
that's how
most
I was a viewer. I was like, oh fuck,
my
I'm
most
just gonna
hated
get it.
thing about even anyone using the phrase is it's a grower. I don't like.
That's kind of.
I don't like that because then you're already on the bad. You're mentally not prepared to like it. You're going to go, oh shit, I might like it by Christmas time. Do you know what I mean? It's only October.
Fuck that shit.
I hate that. Don't tell me it's a grower. That means you know it's shit.
Yep.
You're already.
Because at one point you went, I don't like this.
Can you imagine somebody saying describing your music as a grower? What as fuck?
You'd be so annoyed if that was a review.
Bit in the teeth, man.
It's like Stockholm syndrome for music, isn't it?
You've
done a bad thing today,
candles
but-
are a grower. I mean, sure they're a nightmare, but I'm inviting them over Christmas dinner.
At least they feed me.
Aye.
Satisfy my rabid curiosity, quench my thirst, feed my mind. Very facts I can ask you these questions proves that there's something inside alive. I think therefore I am the ghost in the machine. I think therefore I am the ghost What shall I do with my newfound knowledge? Cast my sword, empire shall fall. The gun is loaded, the bullets fired. The soul has taken complete control. I think therefore I am the ghost in a machine. I think therefore I am the ghost has arrived.
Pardon me. Oh shit!
Right. That's no. I couldn't.
Yeah, it's
I
better
couldn't
than
have
your
been
show.
actually. I couldn't have been better. Yeah, I felt that burp, so maybe that's it.
I can taste it.
Yummy. We'll stop kissing them. And I think it was the bass player, the drummer, actually done the video thing for her because she was like some do with Business Person Award, Business of the Year Award or Business Person of the Year Award, and he was actually working for that, and he was doing the video and that for it. It was just like, and he was like, oh fucking hell, I know your brother. And that just like random was like, I don't know him. What the fuck's he? Like, all right, that's the end of that.
Well,
that was lovely.
Well, I'll play a little snippet. I'll see what they've picked for this song.
We'll into that later.
They've picked.
Oh,
I know this one. Yeah.
Okay.
This is a really cool tune.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Martin Bulletin. I play percussion.
Why the fuck they've chosen to use
What? You can't play lead bass in Mogwai.
they've used like an interview video on that. What the fuck? The skinny's all over the place.
Hi, my name's Jeffrey Dahmer and I like hammers.
I like hammers and several heads and
When is he on Mogwai?
Tuesday.
Fuck's sake. So
What's a fucking go check it. Do you know what? Go and check them out. They're actually good, man.
Mogwai are a good band. They've got a wealth of material, and I know they're not on the same page
I
as.
don't class them as a band as such.
Well, they are. They're musicians that play
No, but
music.
I mean like they're more like an art project to me.
Aye, I know.
There's something,
they're
there's
instrumental.
something different. I know, but you know what I mean, like
Mostly.
Yeah, mostly instrumental. But I mean, like they're more like an art project to me. I don't know.
Aye.
I don't know how to
What
describe
I'll
it.
say is
It's really cool.
a band that in my sort of spiritually evolved from them. I think that obviously there's now members in a much more famous band at the moment, but Aerogram were more of my
Aerogram,
thing.
yeah.
The Aerogram were
The churches.
the churches, I know. The Aerogramio were they were brilliant. No, Aerogram were fantastic because they actually were kind of sloppy.
Yeah.
But unashamedly so. They were kind of.
Actually, I'm surprised that's not on there.
Well, you don't know, they might be.
Oh, fuck off, you've ruined it now. It's like you're
not. Right, here we go. Like, back to this. Let's not talk about bands that are not on it. Right, okay, so here we go. Who do we reckon's next? It's an obvious one.
It's obvious. Oh no.
It's an obvious one.
More current.
The churches.
No, they don't got a weekend, which is kind of strange.
It's got to be Friend Rabbit.
It's Friend Rabbit, of course it is. And
Fuck for that. I was going to say Franz Ferdinand.
Fucking no, Franz Ferdinand. Oh, that's a good shout.
That's a good tune as well.
That's a really good shout.
Good, cool video. Kind of creepy video actually when you think about it. In a school.
Yeah.
But
I always like the church organ.
This was one of my.
Jesus.
There you go. Oh, you almost got it bang on.
I would, Joe. I done it first.
5 bars out.
Yeah, I was nearly there.
This is a good tune. I think this is a good. This would be a good song to show someone as well for the first listen. Kind of skip the first album a wee bit, I think.
Listen to the Greys, but listen to like 3 songs from it and then ditch it.
That's why I wouldn't show off.
What I would do is I would get into that in the third album and then go back.
That's what I mean. Don't show ironically, it was the first album, but it wasn't in their best yet. They were just finding their feet.
That's what I'm saying. Like ditch the Greys.
I guess the next album, this next one's kind of obvious as well. Right? Who do you reckon it could be? Very close kins to that.
Admiral Fallow.
Actually, a bit closer.
Twilight Sad.
Yeah, that's
Twilight Sad.
So I mean,
my next guess.
Do you know what's really annoying about this list now?
I think the Twilight Sad's first album was really good. Actually, to be fair.
I seen them supporting. How the fuck did I see them supporting? Like, I mean, I was really disappointed with them.
I've never seen them live to be in that regard, but like, I really enjoyed the first album.
I mean, to be fair, there was an argument ensued with my missus, and it was just probably not the best time to.
I mean, I think
it was Snow Patrol actually supporting.
They're not even on there either. Now, what's interesting, I was going to say about
they're Scottish though, they're Irish. I would still class them as Scottish though.
They get called Scottish when they're here.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? It's that kind of whole, British when you lose, Scottish when you win.
One of the best sets ever at Tina Pat was their set. Their headline set was phenomenal.
But what's interesting with Twilight Sad in this context is it's very much taking the art school bands, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. I'll give you that.
That seems to be kind, and we're going to get even further down that road.
Jesus, Mary Chain's got to be on this list.
Nope. I can tell you that right now, they're not.
Fucking hell.
It's interesting. Well, don't say any more names because I don't want to confirm.
I'm kind of guessing them now.
So I mean, we've had Twilight Sad, and then we'll bring us on to the next band. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just play the song, right, and then we'll see if anyone.
To be fair, Twilight Sad are really good recorded.
They're good recorded.
They just didn't work live. I thought it was a bit boring.
It's funny. Here's a very, very, very bizarre piece of trivia mentioning Tempercam again, because obviously, fuck it, it's current again.
The album's coming out
10 years ago when the band started, when Twilight Sad more or less kind of started as well, we were in a Radio Scotland poll on Vic Galloway's show, It was one of their songs.
I don't smell like sad playing fucking Strawberry Fields and shit like that.
Oh well, no, we actually. Well, I was going to say this isn't. We've actually got a more of a connection than I was going to say now. But we actually played Sleazy's with them one night. But it wasn't just that. It was the first time I'd ever heard them.
Played in Greenock.
There was a thing on his show that was really quite good fun. It was literally one song. It was a battle thing he used to do. So you just do a website vote while the show was on, and we won the vote over Twilight Sands.
That's awesome.
So it was quite funny.
Yeah,
I thought, and then they obviously probably made it. Do you know what? I reckon they're not rolling in it. I don't think they're going to be rolling in
Nah.
it. They've
obviously make a living, probably.
They've made a good name for themselves, and it's really cool.
11 at minimum wage.
Well, aye, but in a band sense, that's all you ever really
Do you know
can
what
vote for. That's all you can vote for. Right, so next band, this is an interesting one because it's a band that I'm very aware of, never really been a fan of. Fuck knows why. Again, it's the art school thing. Here we go. Let's see if you even recognise this band. They are cool. Maybe it's too pretentious for this show. I've got a funny feeling it's probably not going to change much from that.
Oh, it sounds like someone's going like that.
Oh, that? I recognise that.
I can't place that at all.
It's a band called Boards of Canada.
Aye. Nah.
So they use.
You recognise that?
They basically just.
They rip off DJ Shadow, is what they do. And James Lavelle.
You think so?
Yeah, very uncle sound.
Because I mean, basically what Boards of Canada are again mostly. Well,
there is no way I would have put that on the fucking 12 most. Nah.
I know.
Fail, nah.
And the funny thing is, 9 times out of 10, people wouldn't even associate them with being a Scottish band.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I remember thinking they were an Australian band at one point. They were an
Do you know what? I'm not going to lie though, they're a cool band to just chill out of.
Oh, they are. I mean,
really
it's got that kind of. It's laid back again. It's the.
But then it's the same as Mogwai. It's like. Do you know what I mean? You can chill out
but with an electronic vibe to
Yeah,
it.
definitely. You know what I mean though? Is that kind of.
So I mean, I don't know. That list is kind of. It's up and down so far. Now it doesn't get much more Scottish than this right now. So basically, we go on to.
Oh, except Proclaimers.
It's aye.
Can you imagine they were on here?
It's the Proclaimers of Cockney Rod, isn't it?
So that was the first big weekend of the summer.
What?
This is the song.
There's issues over the canteen quiz, and again, no one wins a big cash prize.
Oh,
Who is it, Colin?
Fucking. I've got it in my mind.
Shouldn't feel there's any animosity between us, and then you can go and make peace with her.
The guy's called Aidan Moffat in the band.
Fucking just say it. Don't say it.
No, I'll tell you, I'll give a clue because Bell and Sebastian had a song with their band name as the title of the song.
I can't remember the name.
The boy with the
fucking Arab strap.
Arab strap.
Oh my god, I nearly threw up there trying to remember their fucking name. There's another band I'm trying to remember as well, and it's really pissing me off.
Arab
It's
strap.
a really famous fucking band, and they should be on that.
Camera Obscura.
No, it's like a kind of.
Camera Obscura aren't on this
It's like
list.
a pink cover.
No, Arab Strap. Arab Strap. Have you ever heard much Arab Strap stuff?
Arab Strap's cool, man.
I think
It's weird.
If you listen to his vocals late at night, because have a wee listen for a second.
I'm pretty sure he does some stuff as well on.
Going up to this 24-hour cafe. I didn't want to look in, so we left and got a taxi back to Morag's flat.
Right, but essentially what Aidan Moffat does in Arab Strap is
It sounds like he's doing your fucking sister.
he just talks.
It's almost like he's reading a poem out.
He does.
to the music.
He writes poems basically about Scottish life, and it could be as mundane as the fucking cunt knocked over the coffee cup. Oh, it was 3 a.m, but you know, aye. So then he stubbed at a fag in my leg. It could be mundane shit, but see when you listen to it with headphones on, you actually get hypnotised by it, and actually like you know exactly what he was feeling. And that's all he is, and he's one of these kind of outspoken guys that he's very political and all the rest of it, and fucking hell, he probably tried to vote 50 times yes, do you know what I mean? He's like that. Some folks say he's a genius. I mean, I say he's only a genius in some eyes because he just touched on a lot of points.
I take it.
Aye, very much so.
It's really annoying me with the fucking name of the. There's a band that I'm trying to get my head in. I
Teaching Blue?
No, nothing like that.
Interesting. Here's a contemporary one. I don't know whether it's just because.
We thought we've had enough of this old shit.
Well, I don't even know if I'd recognise this, right? Without being told who it is.
Listen, man, you really need to think about what you're doing here.
Do you recognise this song?
Can't you see? This Mona Lisa's taking you for a ride.
Oh,
It's quite recent, actually.
I can't. Oh, shit.
It doesn't sound like anything I would listen to.
Hudson Mohawk.
Nah.
I would have said they were Scottish as well.
I think it's because a lot of
It
collaborations.
sounds like a fucking level from Street Fighter 2.
Aye. Oh, it's very kind of inspired, sort of.
Aye, I can see. Aye.
Well, hang on, here's a bit of information, seeing as I don't know much. So the description here is, now producing for Kanye and signed to his label.
Fair play to them.
Butter was Hudson Mohawk's astonishingly creative
fuck,
debut.
he was in the paper about 6 months ago.
Supposed to be Hudson
Hawk.
Let's not be confused with Bruce Willis.
The richest Scot you've never heard of type thing.
Yes, there you go. That's right.
Oh, good on him, man.
So again, that's why you wouldn't associate the Scottish thing, because he's a worldwide collaborator type thing. And in the same way that you barely fucking think Calvin Harris is Scottish.
Yeah, definitely.
He's not on here anymore. He's not on here.
You're my friend now, Dave.
The last one, I don't think this is. I mean, again, is this here for the cool vibe? I mean,
is that 12 already?
That's 11, yeah. See? Oh, that's not it at all. This is
Big Fish, Little Pond.
Oh, no way.
This I mentioned earlier on. Is it just to have a bit of diversity? Do you know what I mean? It's not a bad thing to say, really, because I think that's the only reason it's on there.
Aye.
Young Fathers.
Yeah, but why? No, I don't mean in a dickhead way. Like, these are not albums that...
Because you know what? If they're going to have Young Fathers on there, why not just put on La Fontaine's?
Yeah,
because they're rap, but they also sound like they're from Scotland.
Aye.
These are just a bunch of guys doing what every rap does. Now, no offence to them, they are just doing exactly what everyone else. Jim Geltley loves them.
Yeah.
They played a box next big thing in Edinburgh years ago that I was there for.
Yeah.
And Jim, I think that's the first time he heard them. The first time I'd heard them, and he's always talked about them since. But I hear that. I'll skip on the song a wee bit. You could just think this is any American rapper. That's what Kanye West does now.
Yeah, totally.
It brings it down to nothing and just kind of has this nothing stick. Young Fathers, what? The video is them just rapping on a mic. That's it.
It reminds me of Portishead.
Joe, I would have preferred Syllable and Beans if we're going to go down the Scottish rap route.
Syllable and Beans?
It's bugging me though, there was a fucking up band.
Syllable and Beans, they were, there's a programme on over Christmas last year called The Great British Hip Hop Hoax or something like that.
Oh yeah,
and they pretended they were American, toured the busted and all that.
That story is fantastic.
Yeah.
About them.
Sure, yeah, I remember that. But no, honestly, there was a band, and I cannot for fucking life of me remember who they are. And I know the minute I walk in the studio, I'm going to remember it, and it's going to annoy me.
Does much of that stick in your memory as, oh, I need to go and listen to that if I was a new... See a 17, 18-year-old student going to uni, you'd be like, I want to listen. They'll be wanting to listen to things like Calvin Harris and shit. Do you know what I mean? The View, exactly. So I think that's literally there to try and be like, well, my studenthood was cooler than yours.
Again, that's very kind of high fidelity though, isn't it? It's that we know more about music than you.
Precisely.
So, but they don't really, because their fingers are really not on the pulse.
They just like something
but
more
intentionally so, I think.
That's deliberate. It's like NME. It's like,
haven't you heard of? Oh, well, where have you been?
I know. This isn't even out. The band aren't even together yet. What are you talking about?
These guys
haven't been born yet.
Ecuadorian coffee? It's not like Guatemala now.
I love how you're away. Cigars from where? Cuba? Fuck that shit, man. I'll get mine from...
Cigars from Millport?
Fucking the moon. I get my cigars from space. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's just that sort of, oh god, I didn't realise people were still listening to that.
Exactly.
Bourgeois nonsense.
I mean, it reminds me of having some conversations with folk in like places like Sleazy's over a few pints, and then suddenly some guy goes, oh, that's your favourite album, and then he says some random fucking album, like, if you've not heard of that, then well, you need to go and learn. It's like, I don't give a mate, we're not idiots because we don't know it.
I can respond to that by singing Papa Don't Preach by Madonna.
But you
in your best Irish accent.
But you sing that all the time. You sing it every day.
While smearing White Russians on my nipples.
Oh,
yeah.
Be careful, there's a drink over here.
It seems we always end up here, a story we've heard before. Portraits and memories like broken on the floor. But it seems no matter how we try, we can't repaint these walls. It goes backwards and forwards, we can't agree at all. And it feels like maybe someday I can dream, but why do I fall? I can't keep on picking up myself just to fall again and again and again. The next chapter's been written, we know what comes to be. You're always out with those guys, but you always come back to me. And it feels like maybe someday I can dream, but why do I fall? I can't keep on picking up myself just to fall again and again and again. Why do we cry? I can't keep on picking up my tears just to cry again and again and again. Why do I fall? I can't keep on picking up myself just to fall again and again and again. Why do we cry? I can't keep on picking up my tears just to cry again and again and again.
Horrible image, sorry. Yeah, you had more stuff you want to talk about, James.
That was kind of it, to be fair.
Oh well, that's a show.
We totally kind of skimmed over the Idlewild thing in a way, and then we brought him back. So we've exhausted fuck Idlewild. There's probably.
I genuinely am looking forward to what they do, because if they've been away for what, 5 years, 4 or 5 years,
five. I tell you,
I think there's going to be some good stuff.
I don't want to badmouth him. Again, I've just got anecdotes. I might as well share it while I remember. Ronnie Wimble, it was about 5 years ago.
Roddy Wimble.
Ronnie wombling about all over Wimbledon. He maybe it was a bad week, month, or even just a bad day, but there's a guy that I know put on a gig, again, maybe it was about 5, maybe 6 at a push. It was just after the last Idlewild album came out, and Noddy was like, oh, I'm off to do his solo thing, blah blah blah, and it was all like spoken word in parts and all that kind of pretentious shit. So basically, fair play, right? He can do whatever he likes. Obviously, he was looking for a change, but he played in. It was Irvine. In fact, it was the fucking Hack. It was the HAC.
Oh, right,
it was
cool.
the Arts Centre, right? And this guy, oh sorry mate, I think I got him on Facebook. I forget. He used to get a lot of gigs, and I think this gig broke him mentally. not necessarily financially. He put him on in the Hack. And it was all this way where you're dealing with him and dealing with the promoter, not the promoter, he's the promoter, you're dealing with the tour manager for Roddy and all the rest of it. Aye, everything's fine. It's like there's not much of everything's in place, the tickets are sold really well. There wasn't like a extensive rider or nothing like that. He wasn't doing that. But everything was there like regular bands would have. Turn up at this time, this is your sound check, all the rest of it, any other thing, all fair enough. So he had no special requests. He had no like. I'm trying to remember what happened. I remember the main points, but essentially what happened is he turned up about. I'm not even kidding. It was something stupid like 20 minutes before stage time, so he didn't even get a sound check. Then complained when he arrived that he didn't have a sound check. The tour manager, everyone knew when they were going on. He knew they were like 3 hours late.
I've heard he's a knob.
So he basically started going, this is unacceptable. Why? How can I play a gig tonight? Because my in-ear monitoring system won't be set up properly and blah blah blah. And this poor guy just kept to kind of go, well, you weren't here for sound check, and he's like, well, this is ridiculous. So the show was held back essentially, and he was in a bad way, bad mood and all that. Just pure like went on stage and basically started slagging him off on stage, saying, well, sorry, you can boo me all you like about coming on late or whatever. He said something like, but it's the promoter's fault and blah blah blah.
I went on stage after the game. Went, sorry guys, just to let you know.
I know. Well,
this is what fucking happened.
The thing is, I forget this guy's name. I don't want to embarrass him by saying his name if I do remember, but he was a really nice guy, a bit of a gentle giant type guy. He was a big authority guy. You wouldn't mess with him, but he would not have had a go at you. And I think he probably just shat it. It's such a shame, though, but that's what really
to be fair,
put me off.
I spoke to him a few times because he was quite pally with a friend of mine, Ewan.
When you worked at the Samaritans, he phoned up a lot.
No, it's like he used to sell in tots and stuff a lot, like when I was a bit younger.
Steaming in the corner, throwing
pretty much, aye.
Fingering somebody.
And that was me.
I was talking about you.
But I remember
you were the one getting fingered.
The one thing I do remember is having a total, pure, serious conversation with him about Lemonheads. I know one of my favourite bands, so me and him were just like, I like a guy, he's a nice guy, he's always been alright with me, so I kind of was saying him, but I have heard that he's a fucking complete diva for no reason, really. There's no reason to beat it like that because there's no reason for anyone to be like that. Go back to Nicki Minaj. I was going to say that.
The reason that Tina Park she didn't go on time, which is obviously
it's because they fucking allowed it to get away with it.
Well, of course. The thing is, they all do. Axl Rose, all these cunts do. But she wouldn't go from her trailer to the stage because it was wet. Fuck off! You're in fucking Scotland in a fucking farm.
At some point she must have done something that was a wee bit out of order.
Well, it is a farm. It's a farm by day.
At some point,
by night it's a field. What the fuck you go with this?
By night it's the moon.
What does the colour blue taste like?
But at some point they must have started with something a wee bit out of order, like maybe taking the towels or something like that for the hotel, and thought, well, I got away with this.
50 brown M&Ms in the martini glass.
I got away with this. I wonder if I stab someone if I'll get away with that. And I just
that's how Justin Bieber's got
I was going to say Justin Bieber's
I can run somebody over. Fantastic. He needs arse rape. Not by me. by a prison Leroy.
Roddy Womble.
I'd quite like it if him, Orlando Bloom, and anyone else he's got a fight with became the human centipede from South Park.
No! That's awful.
Fully self. What does he say? He calls it.
It's a fucking phrase in it.
They're all jiggling about.
Sorry, I'm still trying to remember.
I'm sorry, Connor. It is too delicious. It is a fish paste. Remember that? It's so funny because remember the episode.
It's when they all shit.
It was the one the behind the scenes making of was about that episode, and you see them doing the lines, and they are cracking up. Oh fuck me sideways. That's funny. But yeah, get Nicki Minaj to eat some of that fucking shit.
I think I
actually hate her. I don't even think. I mean, again, we talked about this when we saw a music video come on the telly. I know guys that go, but she's. Forget it. She's hot, but no, she's not.
Looks like she could have been a guy.
She looks like
she may still be a guy.
She may still be. It's all duct tape and staples.
Is that like I said? It's duct tape or something? You just added staples.
It's Begbie. It's like he's finding it. He's just.
No, it's not.
Fuck!
Oh, for fuck's sake!
That Trainspotting sequel. We're really stretching for material now. That Trainspotting sequel can't be far away.
I thought the whole thing with it was that Ewan McGregor wouldn't do it because he doesn't like Daniel Boyle.
Oh, fuck, really? Because I thought
No, I fell out because they never get a part of the
In
beach.
the beach, aye,
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
That's not what it was.
Yeah, it's such a fucking
don't talk to each other.
That's
No,
what.
apparently they buried the hat.
13
hatchet
years
stuff
ago.
like that was cool.
I mean, I think that anger might have went with Ewan McGregor's funny like mole, but
What is with that? Is that still there?
no, he lost it in a tragic lightsaber accident.
That's what lightsaber impression.
Well, I mean, it was there in episodes 1 and 2, but wasn't there in 3.
Aye, but it was,
Photoshop, eh?
No, it was a tough time.
Aye,
It's the
I
best of
mean-
times, it was the times.
He had to carry those films at points. Fuck me.
That's bad when that fucker's
Aye.
there, isn't it? Jesus, man.
I mean, that must be like the only
Use
film.
it, force, look!
Aye. That must be the only film he doesn't get his cock out, and he must have thought every now and then, well, just get it out and hope that folk like pay attention to that instead of this shit plot.
I told you I was going to make that sound. That's Mars.
You eventually got it.
Oh, excuse me, pardon me, sorry.
Don't cross the streams.
No, wrong film.
Wrong film. Oh, no.
Oh no, there's a paper down!
Oh, we got a Ghostbusters reference in eventually.
Had to happen. It's not just my socks.
Look how far we have come, right back to where we began. Look at the prizes we won, the futures we've got up our hands. Feeling about land and sea. I'll tell a tale of an old country. I'll do it all to escape the fact that you ain't coming back. I will evolve, I will show you all of my resolve, and I am a doll that revolves. I always come back around again. It's a dog eat monkey world, and politics are a four-letter word. Lady Luck's a twisted sister of Mother Nature, washed up a horse to Father Time. I'll sing a song about land and sea. I'll tell a tale of an old country. I'll do it all to escape the fact that you ain't coming back. You ain't coming back, no. You ain't coming back, no, 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 no. I will evolve, I will show you all of my resolve, and I am a doll that revolves. I always come back around again. I will evolve, I'm gonna show you all of my resolve, and I am a doll that revolves. I always come back around again. Come back around again. Come back around again. Come back around again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was going to say,
He's not getting Ghostbusters socks on, like, just say that.
I do,
Awesome.
but
No, you don't.
what's
sure.
been any sort of latest NHC music shop hub details?
there is a shop. It's open. It's in.
Well, I think we do need to push it as much as
It's in
possible.
the hidden
definitely,
lane, Argyle Street. It's
Next to Lebowski's.
Because let's be fair,
it's near
that's
Lebowski's.
essentially what the biggest public awareness is now, is the shop. So
It's near Lebowski's and Rockies.
that's right.
There's a fairly extensive collection of old vinyls and CDs, but there's also.
I thought you were going to say fairly extended. No, fuck it. You know where I was going.
Yeah, I know where you were going.
Right, doesn't matter.
But there's also,
Fail.
at last count, there was about 83 artists signed up who are having their gear sold in that shop. That'll be like t-shirts,
that's quite
gig
cool.
tickets.
That's phenomenal, man. That's brilliant.
And I mean, you're including guys like Sonic Templars, Highway 491.
Colin? They signed on you, yeah.
They're getting it for free for a year, I think.
Oh, actually, there's a bunch of
We'll
people.
give ourselves some background music for the nice.
This actually sounds like we've stopped because we're in a room now. We've got ourselves some puzzles in Resident Evil.
But yeah, so the shop has a nice tranquil atmosphere.
Yeah. Jamie and all that'll buy you beer if you're in there, I'm sure. And
At least it's like a service they provide. Like,
it's like this.
We have a customer.
You're in to buy like a pound album. Here, have a beer.
And it's like fifth customer of the day gets a bottle of Bud, seventh customer gets a pint of a pint of vodka.
10th customer gets a fucking BJ
from Jamie.
He
even takes his teeth out for it.
Oh, what?
He gives blowjobs for half a can of cider.
Then he goes to work.
And then he goes to work.
I say there's quite an extensive amount of band gear in there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
The backline situation, I like that idea. That's a good idea, having backline available for bands if they need it.
I think it's just now they won't say no to someone, but it's supposed to be the bands on the list have the preference, the bands that are selling their gear in the show and stuff like that.
There's some, who's your favourite artists that have been playing recently? I know Quinny played, Elvira Street.
There's been a lot, actually.
There's some really fucking great bands.
That would involve me paying attention to what happens at the show.
No, there's some really cracking bands.
We're just journalist people.
Quinny's
fucking phenomenal. I'd love to see his full band in the shop, but it's never going to happen because it's too small.
His band and his music's shite, but he's a good guy. I'm not joking, you know that. The band are great, you're shite.
We don't actually want him on here, like, the band are great, you're shite, yeah. We didn't want him on here, he just showed up.
But if you do want to play an acoustic set, I stress it's acoustic.
It's phenomenal, man.
Don't ask what's the deal, how many amps can I bring in, all that shite. It's acoustic. If you want to do a gig in the shop, contact the NHC
unless
page on
it's
Facebook.
Someone we can absolutely. Do you know what we could do?
There was talk of Ginger Wild Heart actually at the shop.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if that's coming to fruition.
Did anyone see him? Is that there was
I've locked him in the basement.
Do you know what? Can I just say, 2nd of November, if anybody out there remembers Baby Chaos, you need to fucking get tickets to the Ginger, because Baby Chaos are doing a wee support slot, and it's a sight to behold, man. You need to see them. They're phenomenal live.
I think the background music scene is working. I've tried to be exciting. We should have it more like this, you know. Apparently so. That's what YouTube classes as alternative rock, instrumental, quirky. Yeah, but anyway.
Fuck me, man.
So anyway, point I was going to make was,
previously on Neighbours.
I know the point I was going to make was I watched the Metallica thing where they played that, the Antarctica bit, and what they did was quite cool. They had all the audience wear headphones, and it was all virtual amps. So
cool.
There was no PA sound.
That's awesome.
It sounded like it sounded.
Cool
obviously,
idea.
it was pre-mixed after,
post-mix.
But at the same time, it's kind of a cool idea if you want to do.
So that reminds me of
what does that remind you of?
Smashing Pumpkins.
It does a bit actually. It's not all bad then.
I just expect football highlights to be on over it or something like that.
But then
Queen of the South against Morton.
But then we would be playing that.
In a relegation dogfight.
It would be a Calvin Harris song if that was the case.
You're out of there!
I just thought maybe you're Arderair. You're Arderair.
That's where you're going. Arderair.
No, but it's a cool idea. It's a cool idea for obviously the drums still have to be the drums. That's the only downside.
You find that a bit percussion?
But I mean, I don't think the shop has. It's not all. We could, but the point
I think it'd be too loud.
It's too loud. That's what I mean. There are neighbours on there, so we can't exactly have
I think neighbours are pretty cool actually. Everything.
Well, maybe after business hours.
Bell and Sebastian recording one of the places near it.
Yeah. Really confident.
That's right. There's a studio.
There's a studio that specialises in vinyl near it. There's the
tea rooms as well.
Which is quite famous, it's the Hidden Lane Tea Room or something like that.
Yeah, it's famous apparently.
It is, yeah.
It's quite an average cup of coffee.
That's just not that good then. Fuck them. What else are they famous for?
Blowjobs.
It's like, fuck them.
Oh, for knowing that.
NHC gives away free booze now and again, so fuck the tea rooms.
Aye, fuck the tea rooms.
To be fair, coffee's better than NHC coffee.
No,
that's because it's all full of beer.
That's an Irish coffee, which is basically a can of beer.
It's like Glaswegian coffee.
What's that then? Oh, can of Tennent's.
It says tea on it.
This guy.
How can we forget tea in the park? I mean, tea, that's the whole point of the pun, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, fucking hell, man. Right, I'll get my fucking coat.
Aye, let's go. So go to the Hidden Lane, Argyle Street. It's a shop that's got Manny and Jamie in it. Sell stuff.
If you vote, you're a dick.
I think we're about to wrap up then, aren't we?
I think we probably should.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
we might have guests in the next show. We might not. I don't know. There's a bit of a gap.
I've got Real Jiggly come on as well.
So we might have zero
kind
feedback.
Of Scottish thing. It's going to be really cool, man.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Well, I've been James.
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
Yes, you have. We've done you.
And you've been people.
I've been, just sitting a bit. Really?
Yeah,
Chilling, hanging out with
I've
homies.
been Anthony.
I've been Colin. Thanks a lot for listening, guys.
Thank you.
Night,
Yeah.
folks. Bye. Yeah.
They want you dead. They want you dead. They say you can never love another. But when we play, you tell me that it's over. And when I come home, we start again. And when I am gone, am I still your man? You thought you'd get away with it. The time was on your side, but you got caught and you can't hate to let. And now they want you anyway. They want you dead. They want you dead. She said, I can never love another. Well, I said, you never even loved each other. And now I'm bending over backwards just to try to make you understand that your heart is in the wrong place when you're sleeping with another man. You thought you'd get away with it. The time was on your side. You got caught and you can't hate to let. And now they want you anyway. They want you dead. They want you dead. They want you dead. They want you dead. Hey. Saw you the other day. That shit fucked me up badly. But you lived my hope to die that day. Talking to you made me feel like a child. Trying to laugh, I almost cried. You walked away just like the day I forget myself. Don't know where I am. Don't wanna find me. Thought you were there, but now you're gone. Don't know where I am. Trying to hide, yeah. We can never be returned. What's the lining? A battered and bruised. Feel defeated and